lot of hunt. Thank you.
Lionel Rosales, just turned 50 in April. Been a general contractor, custom home builder for 23 years. Recently, in the last 3 years, I got certified in permaculture through Oregon State University. Been in the custom home business, everything from the 5,000 square foot level and up. Did that for a really long time. Prior to becoming a general contractor, I was a framer, finish carpenter, crew lead, project manager. Then I got licensed, and then I still waited a year before I went out on my own. Worked for a great company, taught me quality, taught me skills. Worked with a lot of great guys who I still work with to this day. I'm now starting to get into ranch or land development, which now brings about Ranch Lion Rose, which is what we're doing here. Ranch Lion Rose, we picked up 32 acres of high desert property in the Llano area of Antelope Valley, I believe it is here. We're just 30 minutes east of Palmdale. So the 32 acres, we're planning on breaking them up into 5-acre parcels. Everything is off-grid, everything is self-sustained. The goal is to create a closed loop. So through permaculture, we are taking basically dead dirt, revitalizing it, bringing the minerals and the vitamins back to it through a bunch of different processes. And then that by default will allow us to bring in production trees, which will basically allow us to take a desert and turn it into a Mediterranean, almost subtropical type of environment. And all naturally, just closed loop. So we're recycling everything. Gray water gets used, human waste gets used, animal waste gets used, all that goes into the systems. And then the goal is within a 7-year cycle, you hydrate the water enough and you revitalize the area enough, the place becomes self-sustained and it feeds you. We do water collection. We have 3 5,000 gallon water tanks, each on a catch system. So we do no wells. Everything is coming from the sky. We filter it, we pressurize it through solar, and that's how you're getting your water. So we have 15,000 gallons per parcel. Every parcel has 2 houses. We're doing dome homes for various reasons. Architecturally more sound, structurally more sound, and then on an energetic level, healthier for the human experience. So every 5-acre parcel has 2 dome homes. The idea is that the person lives in one, Airbnb's the other. That acts as an income stream. Every parcel has 2 chicken coops. So you're now doing husbandry, take care of animals. Those 2 chicken coops will give you roughly about 50 chickens. So now you have egg production, which you're able to sell, income stream. You have chickens, which are producing more chicks, so you're selling chickens, income stream. And then if you want to harvest the meat, you can do that as well. I don't necessarily harvest the meat on a regular basis. We tend to do more, let the chicken live its life, and then when it's gone, we'll consume it. So we focus more on egg production and selling of chickens. But that becomes another income stream for the property owner. Top of that, we have goats because we're going to get into cheese manufacturing. And then when it comes to the environment, the nature here, we're bringing in a lot of olive trees because we're going to get into olive oil production. So those all become income streams. The idea is that this land should self-sustain you, feed you, clothe you, house you, and provide for your family with very, very minimal necessity to step out of the loop. So that's the end goal. We have 2,000 square foot concentric garden. That's enough to feed a family of 6 for a year. We have 2 of those on here, so there's plenty of food that'll be grown here. Corns, beans, squash, all the veggies you can imagine. Initially, we're bringing in compost. But again, with the permaculture process, we're doing a set up the system, plan of attack, but then we're doing a supplemental on those systems as we're building it up to try to speed up the process so we can get this done a little bit quicker. And then ultimately, at the end of the day, we're going to keep some of the properties for ourselves, for our asset collection portfolio. But we're also going to bring these to market, and hopefully people will like them. And, someone who wants to get away from the city, maybe works from home, but also wants to take a stab at getting back to nature, but doesn't really want to do the whole build out process because that can be overwhelming for a lot of people. Our goal is to build the system up to where you can come in and then begin to maintain it. We're allocating 2 acres to do some classrooms. So we'll do weekend classes on how to build a solar system, how to compost, how to harvest animals, skin animals, cook animals, that kind of thing. So again, the idea is that if you move out here and you buy a property, there's courses you can take within here that you don't have to go far to begin to build those skills up. So you're working from home, you're working your land, you're developing those skills, and then because it's producing so much for you, you don't have a high cost of living while you're out here. And then little by little, as we're growing the parcels out, because we're all chained one to another, the goal is just to begin to expand out and then again terraform and change the ecosystem around here, turn it into something and bring in more. That by default produces more animals. We're doing a pond on every parcel. It's a 17,000 gallon pond, natural. So that also will add, hydrates the land, feeds the plants, but then we also begin to introduce insects and small fish and things like that. And that also revitalizes and nutrifies the dirt. So it just becomes one big Mediterranean climate up in here is what we're trying to do. So that's the goal with Ranch Lion Rose. Oh, let's do a quick 60 seconds on Chris. So Chris comes to us via my son and my nephew. I think they all went to school together. I don't know what the fuck, or they were all lovers or some shit. Okay, but anyways, Chris came to us and Chris said, I want to make $1 million. I want to make a ton of money. I want to be balling. I'm tired of fucking being ghetto, broke, and all this bullshit and having dysfunction in his life and all kind of shit. So 90 days ago, I said, fine, because I always get these motherfuckers that pull up and think they with the shit and then they not with the shit. What do we got? You're one part payroll, so you're employee part-time, but we got Chris's business up and running. And we're basically mentoring him and coaching him now to take care of estimating services via the construction side. So this is our give back. At least for me, I'm very passionate about young cats learning to run their own shit, have their own shit, make their own money, do your own thing. Totally okay to work for somebody. I am not the person who thinks everyone needs to be a fucking boss. Okay. Everyone needs to do what makes them happy at the end of the day. Chris says he wants his own. That's what makes him happy. Then we're here to help for that. Some of my workers have been with me for 23 years. Guess what? If they don't enjoy doing that, I have no workers. So again, anyone telling you you're supposed to be a boss, again, it's the ecosystem. It's a place for everybody. So Chris has been in the office. He's started out with construction stuff. He's gotten his hands dirty a little bit. He's gone down to the job sites and ate some dust and got yelled at by the guys. And B, then we started to teach him how to estimate and bid jobs. And now he's also transitioned into dealing with our media related projects and that nature. So that's what it's about. If you're going to be a baller, hustler, whatever, you better do it all. Right, Chris?
Yes, sir.
And are we waiting on people, Chris, or?
Oh,
no, we don't wait on people. All right. All right, Chris. You see all them big ass tree trunks all the way around? Okay, you see where the next one goes? Come on, buff boy.
You see how he carries
you
it.
young, dumb, and full of cum, so I know you fucking strong as shit.
Who gonna carry the boats, man? Is that how you're gonna carry it? Where are you going? Wrong. All right.
I work at second the most. This is no path he could possibly take versus just walking around the motherfucker. Yeah, there he's going.
That's not where it goes.
Is that where it goes?
Look, Chris,
The edge.
you see all these that are facing me this way? It's because they're already cut and ready to go. That's waiting for them. Like, this is why I'm cutting all of this shit. I already did the inner rings. I already did all the outer rings. The last ring, I'm leaving for them because I need 2 people for that. So, in construction, we actually talk with the materials. So if I walk away right now and his crew comes over here without me saying one fucking word, he's going to go, these are ready to go. Those need to be cut.
All right. So this over there, right?
Normally I have my son here to help. So shouts out to my son. He didn't come out today, but I like to make sure he gets his credit. He runs our heavy equipment around here, but when he's not on the heavy equipment, he's usually my apprentice on my side. So we've been out here 2 years. We bought the land 2 years ago. We sat on it for about a year. And then after that year, we got going. We got some containers out here, cleared out some area. We decided we were just going to live in a tent here. And then I was rotating crews Monday through Friday. I was bringing my crew in Monday through Friday. and then they would rotate out on Friday, and then my son would come in on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we would rotate back out on Monday. So we had people here 7 days a week, like the first 6 to 9 months. First 6 to 9 months, we had to form all the forms for the concrete work, all the slabs, the pads for the houses. Again, total of 4 slabs for the animals, like 30 pads for 2 houses, 15 pads apiece. And then we had to form for all the pads for the water tanks, with the catch basin where we're going to recycle the gray water. So all that had to get formed up. That was about the first 6 to 9 months. That was Monday through Friday. 3 guys around the clock. Recently, we poured our concrete, which then let us move into the framing, which is what you're seeing now. That's the chicken coop going up right to it. Right now, right next to it is the goat corral that's going up. And then from there, we're going to move over to the greenhouse as well, which is on the far side of the property. Chicken coop is about 14 by 12 on the interior with an exterior space of 6 by 12. And then we're going to fence that whole area off. And then the chicken coop area connects to these spaces where we have these swells coming through. So the swells act as water tanks for us. When it rains, these swells pick up the water. Water stops flowing down, gets caught by the swell, and then begins to penetrate down. That's where we start to hydrate the land. That's how we get everything, boost up the moisture levels of everything. Likewise, we purposely put the chicken coop and the goat corral in front of some of the swells because our goal is to grow grass so that we can feed the chickens just natural stuff that's around without having to buy so much chicken feed and chicken feed and chicken feed. Likewise for the goats, that lets the goats come out, feed off everything. So we'll be rotating them out there to eat that. So we'll fence all that off. Goat corral's getting framed today. Again, most of the guys I work with, I've been working with them over 20 years. Through our custom home and construction stuff, we've all just become a big family. So Arturo's crew came out today to help me out with framing. And they are, again, I can't say enough about Arturo. Like he's one of the few sub guys that you do not have to babysit. You give him the print, he's going to check it all. He's going to come back to you. He's going to dot I's, cross T's, and make sure everything's right. And if he sees something wrong, he'll bring it to you. So it's awesome to work with him. I love working with him. So after they're done with that, again, we're going to move over to the greenhouse. And then from the greenhouse, I'm currently working on the main house right now. So I'm just trying to advance, get ahead of them as much as I can while they're cleaning up. They're basically the cleanup crew behind me. So I'm building out all the structural framing on the house floor. By the time they're all done with this, they should be pulling up to start doing the walls for the dome home that we're going to do. So I try to race the guys as much as I can. I don't bag up as much as I used to. So these guys are a whole hell of a lot faster than I am. So, but I love working with them because they're always riding my ass about shit.